Vegeta is one of the most layered characters in anime history, especially in the Dragon Ball series. From the moment he was introduced, Vegeta stood out not just because of his strength, but because of his unshakable pride. Born as the prince of the Saiyan race, Vegeta was raised with a deep sense of superiority. His mentality was shaped by the belief that he was destined for greatness, and that power defined worth. This pride wasn't just arrogance, it was his identity, his shield, and his motivation. In the early arcs, Vegeta was cold, ruthless, and obsessed with strength. He had no empathy, no attachments, and viewed emotions as weaknesses. But behind that harsh exterior was a boy whose planet was destroyed by Frieza, whose pride was manipulated, and whose potential was constantly overshadowed. Vegeta's hatred wasn't just for others, it was for the world that denied him his rightful place. His battle with Goku on Earth was more than a fight, it was a blow to his ego. Goku, a low-class Saiyan, challenged everything Vegeta believed in, and yet Goku's strength became a mirror that forced Vegeta to question his own path. As the series progressed, especially in the Namek and Android sagas, we saw a deeper layer of Vegeta. He still craved power, but his motivations became more personal. His rivalry with Goku transformed into a complex relationship, a mix of envy, admiration, and unspoken respect. Vegeta's mentality began to shift. He no longer fought just for pride, but to surpass Goku, who represented everything he couldn't accept: kindness, teamwork, and strength without hatred. One of the most pivotal moments in Vegeta's character arc was during the Majin Buu saga. When Babidi tried to control him, Vegeta allowed it. Not because he was weak, but because he wanted to reconnect with the ruthless warrior he once was. But even under Majin's influence, his humanity showed. In one of the most emotional scenes, Vegeta sacrificed himself for his family, something the old Vegeta would never have done. That act wasn't just redemption, it was transformation. He accepted that he had changed, that he had a wife, a son, and that these attachments didn't make him weak, they made him stronger. By the time we reach Dragon Ball Super, Vegeta is a man of duality. He is still proud, still competitive, but also deeply loyal and self-aware. He trains not just to surpass Goku, but to protect his loved ones. His relationship with Bulma is subtle but powerful. It shows a side of Vegeta that's gentle and real. He rarely shows affection with words, but his actions speak volumes. Whether it's taking care of his daughter Bulla or silently standing by Bulma's side, Vegeta expresses love in his own way. Mentally, Vegeta is always battling with himself. His Saiyan pride pulls him toward power and dominance, but his growth as a human-influenced being teaches him humility and purpose. He still hates losing, still gets frustrated, but he learns to channel those emotions constructively. His journey is not about becoming the strongest fighter, it's about becoming the best version of himself. One of the most underrated aspects of Vegeta's character is his sense of accountability. Unlike many heroes, Vegeta remembers his sins. He doesn't try to erase his past. He acknowledges that he was once a killer, a tool of destruction, and instead of running from it, he uses that guilt to grow. When he faces foes like Frieza or Toppo, he doesn't just fight for power, he fights with conviction, representing not only the Saiyans, but the values he has embraced on Earth. In a world full of overpowered characters, Vegeta's depth lies in his internal struggles. He is not a chosen one. He is not naturally kind. He is a man who had to fight for every inch of growth, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And that's what makes him relatable. Vegeta shows us that change is possible, but it's never easy. It takes pain, loss, reflection, and courage to evolve. In conclusion, Vegeta's mentality is rooted in pride, but shaped by love, loss, and rivalry. His character depth comes from his willingness to face his flaws, to rise from his failures, and to protect what he once thought was beneath him: family, friendship, and peace. Vegeta is not just a warrior, he's a symbol of growth, of complexity, and of redemption. And that's why his journey continues to inspire fans around the world.